The concept of becoming a digital nomad has moved far beyond a trend. It is now a practical lifestyle and business strategy embraced by freelancers, entrepreneurs, and even entire remote teams. As we step into 2025, the question is no longer whether it is possible, it is whether it is smart. Should you become a digital nomad? What do you need to know about visas, taxes, and the real freedom of location independence? These are not just questions of fantasy or Instagram-driven wanderlust. They are real, financial, legal, and lifestyle decisions that can affect your future, both personally and professionally. At its core, the digital nomad lifestyle offers one primary advantage: location freedom. The ability to live and work from anywhere is no longer reserved for tech wizards or trust fund travelers. With global connectivity, cloud software, and the rise of remote work, nearly anyone with a laptop and skill can live abroad. But freedom comes with structure. If you want to travel the world while running a business or freelancing, you need to understand how to manage taxes, navigate visa requirements, and maintain productivity without the traditional anchors of a fixed home base. Visas are the first gatekeepers of digital nomad freedom. In the past, nomads relied on tourist visas, hopping from country to country every few months. But governments have evolved. Today, over 40 countries offer specific digital nomad visas, granting long-term stays for remote workers without forcing them into illegal gray zones. Countries like Portugal, Estonia, Costa Rica, and Barbados have paved the way. These visas often require proof of income, health insurance, and remote employment status. In 2025, newer markets like Colombia, Malaysia, and Thailand are joining the game, competing to attract mobile entrepreneurs with low fees and high lifestyle perks. Taxes are where freedom gets tested. It is a myth that becoming a digital nomad allows you to escape taxes altogether. In fact, tax obligations often become more complicated when you are location independent. You might remain subject to taxes in your home country, especially if you are a U.S. citizen, where worldwide income is taxed regardless of residence. Then, there is the question of where you actually live. If you stay too long in any one country, typically over 183 days, you could become a tax resident there, triggering income tax, business tax, or VAT obligations. This is where proper planning becomes essential. One way digital nomads manage taxes is by creating legal residency in a low tax or territorial tax country. Places like Panama, Georgia, or the United Arab Emirates offer residency options with little to no tax on foreign earned income. Others use strategies like the foreign earned income exclusion if they are U.S. citizens, which shields a certain amount of income from federal taxes as long as they meet physical presence or bona fide residence rules. These strategies are legal, but they require expert guidance. One mistake or miscalculation can lead to audits, penalties, or double taxation. And now, let us ask a deeper question. What is freedom really worth if you are stressed, confused, or one mistake away from financial trouble? The idea of working from the beach is romantic, but the reality is often different. A true digital nomad thrives by building a system, a mobile infrastructure that includes legal compliance, tax efficiency, time zone management, and consistent workflow. You cannot build that life by winging it. You must build it with intent. Cost of living is another major factor in the nomad decision. Many choose this path to escape the high costs of Western cities. Places like Bali, Medellin, and Lisbon offer high-quality living at a fraction of the cost. Rent is lower, food is cheaper, and healthcare is often more accessible. This cost arbitrage allows entrepreneurs to extend their runway, reinvest profits, or simply enjoy a better lifestyle. However, not all cheap places are great for business. You must consider infrastructure, political stability, safety, internet reliability, and community before relocating. A beautiful view cannot replace a stable working environment. Speaking of community, this is one of the hidden pillars of the digital nomad lifestyle. Loneliness is real. When you are constantly moving, you are constantly starting over. That can be exciting for a while, but over time, it becomes draining. The most successful digital nomads find cities with strong communities, co-working hubs, and networks of like-minded people. Cities like Chiang Mai, Playa del Carmen, and Lisbon have become hotspots because of their vibrant ecosystems. You are not just working from a laptop. You are building a life, and that requires connection. Healthcare is another overlooked area. Many assume that travel insurance is enough, but as you settle in one place for longer periods, you may need local healthcare access. Some countries require you to purchase private or public insurance as part of your visa conditions. Others allow access to national healthcare systems. Before you relocate, research the healthcare quality, availability of specialists, and emergency services. Peace of mind matters, especially when you are far from home. Banking and financial infrastructure must also adapt. As a nomad, your traditional bank may not serve your needs. You might face blocked cards, foreign transaction fees, or poor currency exchange rates. Modern nomads often rely on fintech platforms like Wise Revolut or remote, friendly banks to manage finances. You may also need multi-currency accounts, crypto tools, or international payment processors if you run a business. Your money must flow just as freely as you do. Do not overlook this step. Financial friction can create daily headaches. Work productivity can also suffer if you are not disciplined. Time zones, travel delays, unstable Wi-Fi, and cultural distractions can destroy your schedule. That is why high-functioning nomads create rituals. They design work blocks, optimize environments, and set clear boundaries. It is tempting to travel constantly, but that pace is unsustainable. The best nomads choose one base for several months, get work done, and move slowly. Long-term freedom comes from systems, not spontaneity. For entrepreneurs, there is an additional layer where to register your company. Many digital entrepreneurs create entities in business-friendly jurisdictions like Delaware, Estonia, or Singapore. These locations offer ease of setup, investor credibility, and online accessibility. However, you must still manage cross-border tax implications, compliance filings, and local regulations. A poorly chosen business structure can cost you time and money. Legal consultation is not optional. It is a safeguard for your long-term goals. Family and long-term planning also enter the equation. If you are single, the digital nomad lifestyle may suit you well. But if you have a spouse, children, or aging parents, constant movement becomes difficult. Schooling, healthcare, and emotional roots matter. Some nomads eventually settle into hybrid lifestyles, splitting time between home and travel, or maintaining a primary base while taking extended working trips. Flexibility looks different for everyone. The key is to define what freedom truly means for you, not just copy what works for others. Security and documentation are also critical. Keep digital copies of all important records, passports, visas, insurance contracts, banking info, in encrypted cloud storage. Use VPNs, strong passwords, and two-factor authentication to protect your online presence. In some regions, corruption, scams, or weak legal systems pose risks. Always register with your embassy if possible, and have emergency exit plans in case of political unrest or natural disasters. Freedom requires responsibility. Now step back and consider the bigger picture. Should you become a digital nomad in 2025? If you crave autonomy, flexibility, and global perspective, and if you are willing to handle the logistics with care, the answer could be yes. But if you are chasing escape, novelty, or fantasy, you may quickly discover that the lifestyle is harder than it looks. Real freedom is built, not given. It requires planning, discipline, and clarity. Before you pack your bags, do the math. Study the tax laws, the visa terms, the cost of living, and your business needs. Choose destinations not just for beauty, but for alignment with your lifestyle and goals. Invest in legal and financial advice. Test the lifestyle slowly. Start with 1 month, then 3, then 6. You are not running away from anything. You are designing a life on your terms. In the end, becoming a digital nomad is not about travel. It is about freedom of choice. The ability to choose your environment, design your schedule, and build your income without borders. But freedom without structure becomes chaos. The right systems can turn that freedom into power. And once you master the logistics, the law, and the lifestyle, you can unlock a version of success few ever experience. If this resonated with you, the next video to watch is about the best U.S. states for entrepreneurs seeking low taxes and high growth potential. Because freedom also means knowing when to plant your flag and where.